Hey, what is up everybody, Blaze for here, and today for you guys in a video of Persona 5X. Besides today's video, guys, we're going to be doing some SOS, in which I've done some actual changes recently to our team, and we've gotten to at least the top 70, which is really good, especially seeing we are in the final star and we're up against pretty much whales. So we're going to be trying our hardest to see if we can do just as good, if not a little bit better here, and I'm going to be utilizing this team and this team right here. Now Pazuzu, we did change a little bit, of course, on some of his move sets, and so now he has at least a move that boosts any Agi damage, as well as has Agi Dyne, which is really nice for us. And then it also does help us out in the fact that we're actually boosting up the magic ability, which does help out Mr. Pazuzu himself as well. Now, we've done some major testing with this. The only thing that is very inconsistent is my first freaking team. I've been trying my hardest to actually get them a little bit better, but it's been giving me an absolute headache. And by that I mean, our freaking Yui is so beyond just defected, it's disgusting. Like, I've tried everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything, to make this woman work, and Lord, oh Lord, we just gotta get a whole massive overhaul of cards on her, because one moment she'll be crazy broken, out the park OP, the next moment she's just absolute dog water. So I gotta figure out exactly what I gotta do, and the girl literally has 3 dupes and her weapons, so obviously I'm just getting no diffed by goddamn card RNG. So yeah, we're going to be going ahead and actually trying our hardest to get some better stuff for her, but I thought it'd be only, of course, fair to actually show you guys exactly what I end up doing to get my score when it does come down to the SOS. Now, I've done at least a couple things to actually kind of make this a little bit better than normal, or at least try a little bit harder. I do use, of course, Norn to get the winded status and the extra defense down, as you can see up there, and it does come in handy, but the issue is Norn doesn't always proc the defense down. So if you are going to use this type of strat here, do understand it does come with a little bit of luck. So that was utterly not scripted. That was just me absolutely praying my heart out and praying I got that actual winded status and that actual defense down. So all in all though, pretty nice. And what the heck, okay, that's the first time I've been knocked with her, but it's just different things with this whole team that can really go awry, to be honest, and I really just don't know how I feel about it. I've been trying my hardest to make the team as good as possible. Like our Vino, I actually ended up doing a multi just to get my last Vino copy, and was it worth it? Heck yeah, it was. But boy oh boy, has it been a freaking whole annoyance fest. It's just not okay with the amount of stuff I've had to do in order to actually make this work properly. Now we're getting kind of not lucky really, because we're not even hitting the 100Ks with our Yui, and that's partially because we don't have the right debuffs down, at least a lot of defense downs here, because our Yui, as you can see, she does not deal the most of damage. It is crazy, it is insane to me that she does not like dealing damage. It's like she looks at damage and she's scared of it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I've done a lot for this character, as you guys can already probably hear by the tone of my voice, and yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. Like, we've gotten so good. Like, there was on the first run, what I ended up doing was we had a run that was absolutely, when I say to the T, so freaking perfect. I mean, everything went our way. First run was perfect. Then, of course, we got to our Sepia team. Out of nowhere, nope. DLTs didn't want to proc. Fire didn't want to proc. So we just absolutely got destroyed by luck. And I was over here in sheer awe, like, what did I do to deserve this? And the game was like, exist. And I'm like, okay, understandable, have a nice day. But it was just like, I don't care about what you're doing, and I'm over here like, okay, well, it doesn't matter, I'm just up to luck. Lady Luck has to actually love me right now, and currently she's not loving me at the moment. As you guys can see, we're only at 1.9 mil. Usually by now, if I usually have some decent luck, I should normally be at 2.1 mil or something of that. So yeah, we're kind of getting the short ugly stick right now. So we're gonna see if we can actually make a comeback with this one. So far my rotation has been going kind of okay, to some extent. Like, to some extent, we're doing pretty darn good. On other parts of the things or the spectrum, I feel like we could be doing a little bit better. Now, we have our buffs all together. Of course, we're going to go ahead and see if I can proc this defense down. Let's see. Nope, we did not get the winded, so unfortunately we did not proc that extra defense, which does kind of suck because I would like to get that extra defense down, but unfortunately it did not want to come home to us. So now we're just going to go ahead and hit here, get some decent damage, nothing too crazy, no 200Ks currently, which is a little bit of a bummer for us, but I think we should technically be fine. The most I think we need to hit at least is 3.2 mil. I don't think it's going to happen because of course we're at 2.7, but we do need to hit at least 3.2 for our second team to somewhat carry us to have a decent amount of damage for that one. I think the highest I've gotten on this has been maybe 3.5, and I think we did reach 4 mil once, and that round was absolutely stellar, but unfortunately our second team kind of sold. So yeah, we have no choice but to do like the best of the best. Pretty much what I end up doing after I have everyone stacked and everything of this nature, I try my hardest to sit here and just continue spamming this guy, because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the only way possible that I've consistently been able to do something decent. But it all comes down to us getting any debuffs that we can get. Like right now, defense down. Let's see, is she gonna follow up? We got lucky. We got defense down. We had the defense ignore and everything like that. That was absolutely pure freaking luck. Just because I want to deal the extra damage, we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this on Cord. Not really gonna do too much on Cord, but she's gonna use an electric move anyway, so we might as well amplify that a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and use the skill 3. And I think from here on, we should be pretty much good. Now, by the time you guys see this, I might be already streaming, or it might be up and then I'll start streaming. It's kind of me in a rush of things because I wanted to get this out at 2, but as I said, I've been doing this all day and my luck has been absolutely dog water. So we've been trying to do a lot of things to actually make this somewhat better, and it has not been going our way. So yeah, like even now, I feel like this is way too low for our actual for our run here. I still feel like this is way too low. So who knows? Who knows? I don't even think we're gonna hit the 3.5 mil as normal. So oh wow, we're actually cutting it close. That is the closest. Like we'll probably hit the 3.5 mil of course here, but anything higher is actually insane. That is crazy for us because I did not think we would even get up that high, but ended up hitting 3.9, which is kind of still low because I think the highest is 4 mil or 4.1 mil that we've hit. So now we have to kind of pray that our second team actually does good. Now for the second team, I've gotten down the rotation that I kind of like to do. Of course, there are some things I don't have, like for example, Pazuzu does not have Demon's Decree, which allows us to get 2 of those curse stacks off. Instead, we have his basic little curse move here, which gives us 1 DOT stack, but has a chance of giving us 2, unlike guaranteeing us 2. I did get the Agi move that I did need, which was the actual final one that we needed. The only issue is we have to hope it procs, because for some reason, even though it has the highest percentage, and I actually have good EHR on my Wonder, homie decides every now and again that he does not want to proc. And when I say that is the most annoying thing you could possibly do, especially in the second phase, boy, believe me, it is the most annoying thing you can do in the second freaking phase. But let's go ahead and use our healing move. Get him this extra EHR, which is always lovely. The thing I did not expect was we didn't get knocked, and that is hecka surprising. Our Sepia actually dodged that, so normally we would get knocked and we don't get the follow-up off rip. So I am fairly surprised on that one. We might can actually do something nice here. I don't know. Can we get the fire? Yes, we got the fire that we needed. That is what I wanted to see. And now we can start doing some big boy damage as well. Now, luckily for us, we did not get knocked here. Let's go ahead and get some hits in, deal some decent damage, and then start stacking up those curses. And that will allow us to deal a ton of damage here later on. As you see, 2, then it jumps all the way up to 8. So when he does finish hitting, we can actually get some nice damage in like such, and that allows us to actually start preparing for other future things here. So for me, I just really have to dodge that Zeodyne that keeps getting hit on us, and that's what I'm really afraid of here. So we have to figure out how not to get hit by that, but of course it is kind of circling through using that in the nuke move here. So it's purely like just us spraying that we actually end up dodging. If we don't dodge, it's not really the end of the world, though Sepia of course won't be able to stay up to actually get that extra stack off or anything like that that he really does want to keep. But I guess it won't be the end of the world. Now, normally if we had Demon's Decree, we'd be at 11 stacks right now instead, or at least 10 stacks right now, I think it is. Instead, we are at 9. So 9 stacks, we have 16 on Mr. Sepia right now for his actual poets, and then we can stack that up all the way up to 15 or 14 right here, in which we do get knocked, but I think we still get our follow-up here if I'm right. So let's see, 600. Oh no, we didn't even get our follow-up. I think it already happened before anyways. So perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and start back stacking all of those curse stacks as well, which is what we want to do here. And then for us, we're going to heal Sepia, get him that EHR, which is what we really need to look forward to, as well as the attack buff. And I think we are needing to do, yes, we do need to take down the defense hit. And if we get lucky, we could possibly trigger the second skill immediately happening, and that would be nice for us, because then we can get that nice old second skill, which allows us to deal more damage to them due to damage dealt. And that is what I really want. Now, come on, let's proc another fire here. Of course, we don't get the fire proc, and that's where the run goes to absolute dog water. This is what's been happening to me all day, right? That right there. We do really good. We got everything perfectly down, and then we don't land like a fire. Now, that fire, you want to know why it's so important, is because with the DOT stacks and magic ability that I do have, fire also applies for that. So fire actually gives us a huge advantage for damage. Unfortunately, we missed it. Like, it is the most annoying thing ever. I think this is probably what's made this SOS so difficult for me, is actually just because we keep missing RNG related freaking moves. And boy, oh boy, the frustration is real. The frustration is actually real. I don't know. Maybe you guys can't tell it, but yeah, I am very frustrated. Doing this all day after you've been taking calls and speaking to the elderly people all day, yeah, you don't feel too happy while doing this, especially when you're frustrated. So yeah, we're probably not going to get the best of score on this. It is what it is. We got fire up, that's cool, but no more stacks, or at least we can get another stack of curse on us. So of course this is going to be a little bit lackluster damage here when it does come down to the aftermath here, but I think it's all we can really do here. So this should stack us up to at least 12, maybe 13. So we were close. We were one lower, and then get some burn damage, get some curse damage. All of that is looking pretty darn good. I'm just going to go ahead and use the highlight. This highlight normally does not assist us really much so ever. It actually is one of the few I don't like using too much in this, and that's mainly because I like to just rotate Riddle in here. And Riddle helps us out a lot more, especially when it comes down to that damage side of things as well. But decided to do it this once. We'll just go ahead and do it because we got the follow-up attack, so who knows, it might actually pay off a little bit. But let's go ahead and utilize the first skill. This gives that defense down once again, and if we get lucky, we could very well proc the second skill and then eventually get the third skill in time for the last hit. So this gets us up to 8 immediately for curse damage, and then we should be able to let Sepia just do the rest, in which I don't think we're going to be able to hit the 5 mil, unfortunately. It could have happened if we could have kept our fire stack on there. Could have definitely happened. But due to us not having that fire stack, of course, we lost out on time, in which lost out more or less on damage. So 4.3 mil, not bad right now. Pretty decent, pretty something light, you know, something light. But pretty much just had some fun with that one, and I think we overall, let's see how much we get out of that. I don't think it's gonna even proc in time, so let's just go ahead, pop this off. I don't think they're gonna let us get that DOT hit here. If they would have let us get the DOT hit, that would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen that way. See if we get the fire off, which we did get the fire off, and you know, There's some DOT damage right there. Let's just go ahead and utilize... You know what? I think we can just do this, because at this point in time, I don't think we can really do much else with it. So let's go ahead and get a decent hit off here. Detonate, or at least hit what we got to hit with, and Mink deals some decent damage as well. And I think that's all we can do. All we can do. If we could have gotten that DOT off as well, that could have been decent. But as you can see, we were just a little bit too low, in which that could have easily been made up with. If anything, we probably could have been higher than our normal score if we got at least 100k to 200k more on this, and that would actually had us being a little bit higher. All in all, it didn't go as bad as I said it did, but it definitely did not go as good as it should have went, which definitely kind of sucks. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please do smack that like button, which consider subscribing if you are new. We do daily videos all the time here. And now we're 71. God dang it, someone passed us by a couple points, so we're just 70. I think punk just barely passed us. But all right, see you guys on stream. Peace.